live with Tao, the Trinity of knower, known, and knowing. If knowledge can be divided into three, it has three pillars. The subject, which is the knower, the process that goes on between, and then the object, which is known, that you have to know. And that which happens between the two is knowing. These three together becomes knowledge. All techniques of meditation are to reveal the knower. Normally we know the object and what is to be known, but we do not know who is the knower. George Gurdjieff used a technique, a particular technique for this, and he called this as self-remembering. He said that whenever you are knowing something, always remember the knower. There is someone who knows. You have forgotten this. You know the object. You know that what you have known and knowledge. You are aware of the object and the knowledge, but you do not know who has known this. You know nothing about it. He said, whenever you are knowing something, always remember the knower. You have forgotten this, who is the knower. That's why you use the word self-remembering. Don't forget it in the object. Remember the subject. Just now, you are listening to me. You are listening to me. When you are listening to me, you can listen in two ways. One, your mind can be focused towards me. Then you will forget the listener, one who is listening. Then a speaker is known and the listener is forgotten. Nanak gave so much importance to the art of listening. And many sutras he spent on explaining the art of listening. Gurdjieff said that while listening, know the speaker and also know the listener. These are more important. Your knowledge must be a double-arrowed. It is the knowledge that you are gaining is double-arrowed. It faces the other and it faces the one who is listening to 2 points, the knower and the known. Same way, one who is speaking, if his attention is only on the others, he will forget that these particular words, this particular message, how it will affect the others or how the others will interact with one another. He will say things guided by his inner disharmony, or he can do something that does not appeal to you, how it can appeal to the other. So this is where, on the part of the listener, he has to focus, has to have a double-arrowed consciousness facing you, the listener, and also knowing the one who is the speaker. Your mind can be focused towards me, then you forget the listener, then the speaker is known, but listener is forgotten. At the same time, the same thing has to be done on part of the speaker. He is aware of the speaker. He is aware of the listener, the one who is listening. So the speaker forgets about the listener, and the listener forgets about the listener. Gurdjieff said that while listening, know the speaker and also the listener. Your knowledge must be double-arrowed, pointing to the 2 points, the knower and the known. It must not only flow in one direction towards the object. It must flow simultaneously towards the 2 directions, the knower and the known. And this process, when your attention, your consciousness is double-arrowed, moving between the known, which is subject, and the knower, that which knows, he called it as self-remembering. Looking at a flower, also remember that one who is looking at the flower. It is difficult because if you try to be aware of the knower, you will forget about the rose. Your focus will go on the knower. You have to become so fixed in one direction that it will take time for you to develop a double-arrowed consciousness, that you are aware of the object as well as the subject simultaneously. If you become aware of the knower, then you will forget about the known, the object. You will forget about the flower. If you become aware of the known, the flower, then you will forget about the knower. But with a little effort, and by you can be aware of the 2 simultaneously. And when you become capable of being aware of both, the knower and the known, Gurdjieff called this as self-remembering. This is one of the oldest techniques that Buddha used, and Gurdjieff again reintroduced it to the Western world as self-remembering. Buddha called this as samyak smriti, right mindfulness. Buddha used the word right mindfulness, and Gurdjieff, when introducing it to the Western audience, he used the word self-remembering. Samyak drishti, samyak means right. Smriti means mindfulness. Samyak smriti, right mindfulness. He said your mind is not in right mindfulness if it knows only one point, the known or the knower. It must know both. It should be reversible arrow. When a chemical action happens, there are certain chemical reactions is reversible, others are not. But this is a reversible process. If you are aware of both the known and the knower, suddenly you will become aware of the third. You are neither just by endeavoring to be aware of both the knower and the known, you become the third, and the third is known as witness. When your focus is on the known, the knower is lost. The two is not working in harmony with one another. When the two work in harmony with one another, your focus is on the knower and the known both, then a third arises, that is witnessing. Look at one thing. There is electric current. There is a bulb. Bulb is an object. When the electric current flows through the bulb, something third becomes significant. Electrical energy is transformed into the light energy. So same way, when you are neither the known nor the knower, then you are a witness. This is very important. Our focus is either on known or the knower. In you are dealing with an individual. Let us say you are dealing with your husband or your wife, your spouse. Let us use one word. Your focus is on you. You want to have things your way. Not that how the other will respond to it. Or it is on the other, you are doing things to please the other, then you are displeasing yourself. Or if your effort is on pleasing your spouse, then you are displeasing yourself. And this is the situation that each one of us faces. And the ultimate result of this is chaos in our life, a conflict, a misery. And everybody's life is like that miserable life. But if your focus is, you are saying something, but you are aware of the other as well. And there comes a reversible reaction between the two. You are aware. Whatsoever you are saying, how will the other will respond to it. Then you are a witness to whatever you are saying. The third possibility arises immediately. Then this leads to harmony. A witnessing self comes into being, because how can you know both? You can know both when you are available in both the situations. You are the knower, then you will remain fixed to one point, and in self-remembering, you shift the fixed point to the knower. Then knower is your mind and known is the world, the object. And you become a third point, the consciousness, the witnessing self, or a witness. Self-remembering gives you taste of the witness. So you are aware of the two. This third point cannot be transcended, and that which cannot be transcended is ultimate. Ultimate is something that is truth. It is always there. It cannot be transcended. Its form cannot change. That which can be transcended is not worthwhile, because then it is not your nature. You can transcend it, and that which you can transcend becomes your nature, your consciousness. Let me explain it through an example. In the night you sleep and you dream. In the morning you wake up and the dream is lost, because dream was possible only when you were asleep. So in the morning you wake up and the dream is lost. While you are awake, there is no dream. A different world comes into your view. You move in the street, you walk in the place of your work, factory, office, or anywhere. Then you come back to your home, and again you go to sleep in the night. then this world that you knew while you were awake disappears and you enter into another world. Then you do not remember who you are. Do you remember in sleep who you are? You do not remember who you are. Then you do not know whether you are black or white, rich or poor, wise or foolish. You do not know anything. You don't know if you are young or old. You do not know if you are a man or a woman. All that was related to waking consciousness disappears in dream. So, dream consciousness revolves around different methodology. You enter the world of dreams, you forget the waking world, which is no more. In the morning again, the dreaming world disappears and you come back. What is real? Because while you are dreaming, the real world, the world that you knew when you were awake is no more. You cannot compare the two. And while you are awake, the dreaming world is no more. And you cannot compare again. Which is real? Why do you call the dreaming world as unreal? What is the criteria that makes you say that dream world is unreal? If you say, because it disappears when I am awake, this cannot be because it disappears when I am awake. This cannot be the criteria because your waking world disappears when you are dreaming. So one remains. When you are dreaming, the waking world disappears. When you are awake, your dreaming world disappears. So both disappear. And really, if you argue this way, then the dreaming world may be more real. Because while you are awake, you can remember the dream. So, if you argue this way, then you will remember that while you are awake, you still remember, although the dream sequence has disappeared, yet you are aware what did you dream in the night. So means the dream sequence still remains. So that criteria is not the right criteria. The dream world may be appearing more real because while you are awake, you can still remember the dream, but while you are dreaming, you will not remember the waking consciousness. In dreams, you do not remember that you had done this or not, and the world around it. So which is more real and more deep? The dreaming world completely washes away the world that you call the real world. In dreams, you are totally unaware of the waking world. Your real world cannot wash away the dreaming world totally, but when you are awake, your waking consciousness cannot wash away the dream that you had last night. It seems more solid, more real. So what is the criteria? How to say? How to compare? Tantra says both are unreal. Tantra comes to rescue, says both are unreal. Then what is real? Tantra says that the one who knows the dreaming world and one who knows the waking world is real. There was something that was available, the knower that have known the real world, the sequence of the real world, what you did during from different hours, morning, what did you eat during the breakfast time, what you did during the other time. So there is someone, a knower, that knows about whatsoever you have witnessed during the waking state. And there is same way the knower that knows what you have dreamt during the dream sequence. So it is the knower. Are these knowers different? Tantra says both are unreal, the situations, the sequence, the waking sequence and the dreaming sequence. But it says that there is one that knows the dreaming world as well as one who knows the waking world. He is real because he is never transcended. Your outer sequence changes, transcended, but he never he is never cancelled. Whether you dream or whether you are awake, he is there uncancelled. Tantra says that the one who knows the dream and the one who knows that now the dream has disappeared, the one who knows the waking world and the one who knows the waking world has disappeared. The one who knows the waking world, who is aware, and one who knows now the waking world has disappeared is the real. Tantra says the one who knows the dream and the one who knows that now the dream has stopped, is the one who knows the waking world, he is aware of the waking world. And the one who knows that, one who knows now the waking world has disappeared, one who knows the waking world has disappeared in the real, because there is no point when it is not. It is always there. That which cannot be cancelled by any experience is real. Let me explain this once again. Tantra says one who knows the dream during the state of dream, and when dream is no more, then the one who knows now that dream has stopped. So, one who knows the dream and one who knows that now the dream has stopped. And then there is a third possibility, because you are in the waking state. One who knows the waking world. So three things. One who knows the dream sequence, one who knows that the dream has stopped, and one who knows the real world, knows the waking world. And the fourth, one who knows now, who knows that now the waking world has disappeared, because there are two states, waking consciousness and dreaming consciousness. If you look at it, the waking consciousness, there are two roles. Number one, to be aware of all that you see during the waking state. And at the same time, this waking knower knows that whatever you had dreamt during the dream has stopped. So two functions he performs. Knows what is going on now, and at the same time it also knows that dream has stopped. Right? This is clear. In the same way, there is someone that knows that you are dreaming, and the one who knows that waking consciousness has disappeared is also the same. So the one that knows the dream as well as that waking consciousness has disappeared, and when you wake up, there is one that knows that dream has stopped and is aware of the waking world is real. It cannot be destroyed, it cannot be cancelled. That which cannot be cancelled by any experience is real. That which cannot be transcended, beyond which you cannot go, is yourself. It is yourself. During the night dreaming state, it knows about the dream, and it also knows that the waking world is not there. The same self, the same witness, knows when you awake that the dream is no more, and is familiar with the known world, with the world that is happening now, is real. Beyond which you cannot go, beyond that which you cannot go is yourself. You cannot go beyond it. Then, and if you can go beyond it, then it is not self. This method Gurdjieff called as self-remembering, and Buddha called this method as samyak smriti, right mindfulness. Or this Tantra Sutra leads to one thing. They lead within to a point which is neither to be known nor knower, but is witnessing. Tantra uses the word witnessing. Buddha used the word samyak smriti, right mindfulness. Gurdjieff used the term self-remembering. So enough for now.